I've been dealing with her for like 25 years. And she said that, well, one piece that I was purchasing was going up $2.20 each. And she didn't think she was going to make it. They don't know if they could stay in business because the last couple of months have been horrendous for them, and they're down 50%. She sells to all the garment people. If a person buys feathers or flowers or trim and can't get the fabric, she goes, she may not be in business that much longer.
Hey, it's Jordan. I am in Flint, Michigan, East Palestine, Ohio, Tumwa, Iowa. Please support the only independent outlet on the ground covering what the corporate media covers up.
The march against illegal deportations and detainments of immigrants and pro-Palestinian organizers and students is taking place, as well as against unmitigated climate change just a few days before Earth Day, which is this coming Tuesday.
No fascists! No pharaohs! No fascists! No pharaohs! No fascists! No pharaohs!
But these are my friends. I both met them. We're all Etsy people. I met her.
Oh, very cool. Wow. That is excellent. So I'm sorry, you came all the way from Louisiana to be here, or were you already here?
Okay. I met her 2 years ago. But we're all makers, and that's another thing, too. If you make something in the United States, it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet. You know, the expenses of everything. Yesterday, I talked to a manufacturer in California, and I've been dealing with her for like 25 years. And she said that, well, one piece that I was purchasing was going up $2.20 each. And she didn't think she was going to make it. They don't know if they could stay in business because the last couple of months have been horrendous for them, and they're down 50%. She sells to all the garment people, you know, fabrics and trims and stuff. And if a person buys feathers or flowers or trim and can't get the fabric or can't get the thread or can't get the, you know, zippers or buttons, she goes, she may not be in business that much longer. I was shocked yesterday. I mean, I know it's hard. I mean, I know I'm down 34% in my business, so it's a lot. And I'm okay to take that hit, but I got to take it for, you know, we got to make this place a better place to live.
Absolutely.
Realize is I'm all for made in America. I make everything I can in America, but there's a lot of pieces that you can't, like a lot of components you can't have made here. Like so like people don't understand the subtleties of what goes into a small business. So like if I could make the headband, I would, but it doesn't make any sense. So now the price is going to increase. So people are going to realize that to get things made in America, you're going to have to pay more money. And I'm not sure that America is actually willing to do that. So maybe it's a good lesson that people are going to have to learn what real made in America is and see what happens. Because you need to have a plan, and there's no plan with this administration. That's my opinion.
Absolutely. And, you know, part of the promise of the Trump administration, whether you believe it or not, was that he was going to help working people. He was going to bring jobs back here. He was going to bring manufacturing back here, all of that stuff. And as you guys are saying, you are, you know, small business owners.
And you have to get the basis going. You don't just say, I'm going to do it and start with the tariffs. You got to get the buildings ready. You got to get the education ready. You got to have people trained to do those jobs, or in schools or different, you know, tech schools. You got to get everything into place first. You just don't say, okay, well, we're going to do it this way. It takes years to set up a factory.
They actually started to do that. And people don't even realize that because they're not loud enough about, you know, Trump just BS's everyone, where Biden just does it and doesn't make a big deal about it.
At least he tried.
Right.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard they opened a couple factories that were started under Biden's ideas to get things done, brought back here.
So I guess you guys are basically saying concepts of a plan are not good enough here. You have to have an actual plan that you can, you know, put in place when you do start rolling out tariffs, if you are going to do something like that.
Business plan when you start a business. There's no business plan. They're just like, hey, let's do this, let's this. Oh, let's take it back. Oh, let's take those employees back. They're making a lot of foolish mistakes.
Yeah.
It's just swinging it. There's no plan. There's no business plan.
Absolutely. And for, the president who is going to run America like a business, it doesn't seem like that's actually happening.
Maybe like his businesses that he bankrupt. You know, the 6 businesses he bankrupt.
Well, in that sense, he is definitely running America like a business.
He's done it 6 times before. He's a pro at bankrupting companies.
That is for sure. Do you guys have any other thoughts that you want to share with Status Coup viewers? Do you guys have any other thoughts that you guys want to share with Status Coup viewers before we let you guys go?
Lies. He just flat out lies. I mean, they're going around saying that they won the Supreme Court 9-0. It was the other way around, and they're just lying. They're just lying.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. I hope you have a good time in the city.
We all have to stand together and do what we can.
Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here.
Hi, we're from Status Coup News, and I saw your sign and was very curious to hear more about it. Would you mind explaining what the sign means for us?
Okay, well, it's kind of rhetorical, but since we're in New York, why make it easy? But basically,
nothing can be easy here, so that fits.
No, I mean, basically, the people have trouble with the first two lines. It's like, who must do this? When in fact, it's sort of splitting hairs rhetorically in terms of like democracy. Yeah, you voted for him, but no one votes for authoritarianism. That's a very different thing. And it's just not something that we can say, oh yes, like playing parcheesi. You move your men a little bit, okay, you win, but you don't get to like toss the board onto the floor.
Sure. Do you personally have anyone in your life who maybe did vote for Trump and is upset about how things are turning out?
I'm admitting it. I mean, I have a couple of relatives who might have. I have a couple of colleagues. I'm a lawyer. A couple of colleagues have, it's like, screw that forgiving student loan stuff. And I'm like, okay, you're fine. But no one votes for this baloney. That's basically my point, sort of drawn out.
Absolutely. So if you don't mind my asking, what kind of law do you practice, and how has all of this affected your ability to practice? Because obviously there's been these high-profile attempts to kind of neuter law firms who are doing things like protecting immigrants.
I'm a solo practitioner, for one thing. I don't have anybody's butt to kiss. Yet. However, what I worry about is a society where we're paying for everything, including favorable verdicts, enough Trump appointees, who knows. State courts are a little bit shielded from this a hair, but they're still not necessarily clean and dandy. Federal courts, those are lifetime appointments. So far, I've been very lucky. I deal with judges who believe in this. That's what makes me do what I do. Because it's not perfect, but it definitely veers in the right direction.
For sure. And, with all of the stuff that's going on with the illegal deportations and detainments in particular, how do you feel about, the idea that the Trump administration is essentially just ignoring court orders to bring people back, to not deport?
It's like Andrew Jackson to the max. It's like he didn't actually say John Marshall has made his decision, let him enforce it. It was something to the effect of, well, Georgia does not have the mandate, et cetera, et cetera. So the Trail of Tears happened. This is many times the Trail of Tears. It's, plain loads of tears. I mean, privatized concentration camps in El Salvador. Basically, he's going to do it, ignore it, until enough of us say, no, we're going to turn this country into a wall-to-wall Maidan Square. This is democracy too. It's not just voting. It's not just procedural maneuvers, which Chuck Schumer has to understand. I mean, he's made that way. He can't help it.
I mean, on that note, I spoke with another lawyer a couple days ago about all of this stuff, and he was basically saying, it's time for all of us to be in the streets. It's time for labor leaders, for everyone who's involved in climate movements, all of that, for us to be out in the streets. Do you, one, think that there will be enough people to get out here to bring that message to people like Chuck Schumer? And do you think that people like Chuck Schumer have it in them to actually do anything materially?
Well, my feeling about Chuck Schumer is that he's got to do what he's got to do. But we can't, you can't expect people to like sort of, I mean, he can't make category errors. Some things have to be done the way he does them. Some things have to be done the way we're doing them. And as to whether enough people can get the message out, it's like what Zhou Enlai said when they asked him what he thought about the French Revolution. Too early to tell. You know? So yeah, it's too early to tell.
And as far as, so if we can get more people in the streets, though, as you said, it's too early to tell. What happens beyond being out in the streets? What else can any of us do? What else should any of us be doing to fight back against fascism and authoritarianism?
You keep saying no till the ammunition's live. It's not live. We're out here as much as we can be. It's basically you push where you can push. In every spot, every square inch, or square millimeter. We're doing metric now. The hell with these sticks in the muds. Metric.
I appreciate that. The protest movement will be measured in metric now.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, we're going back to Reagan when he took the solar panels off the White House.
Absolutely. And that was, I wonder how many people know that happened, that, you know, Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House as soon as Reagan was elected. He took them down. And there's, like, if you go on the internet, there's plenty of video of that happening, very, you know, dramatic dismantling of, you know, symbolically of climate policy. And now we are how many, 40 years beyond that, and we're still fighting for the same things.
And you have all these fossil fuel companies who know damn well what's happening, but they're dead set on not having pointy heads tell them how to deal with it. So it's basically, you know, it's not policy. It's about what kind of power structure is going to be operative. And all you can do is say no over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and that's what we're here for.
I feel like so much is going on that I think we were just talking about like anti-fascism in general, but as I am a child of refugees, and so immigration is a very important area to me, for sure.
Absolutely. And what about you?
Yeah, I think fundamentally what is most frustrating right now is what feels like a lack of empathy. Like, if it's not affecting me, then I shouldn't care about it. And I think that this is like us trying to energize ourselves and encourage each other that if it could affect any of us at any time, so we should all be out here for each other. And Trump doesn't care about anyone. His administration just cares about themselves in power. So that's not the way we operate.